after we study the immediate context, study the chapter context. So, what is this chapter um, talking about in general? And um, I used to listen to my dad when he would talk with somebody. They'd just be talking about spiritual things, or we'd be talking, and he'd say, and he kind of like, kind of close his eyes and look up, and you could tell he's kind of going through the Rolodex in his mind, so to speak. And he's like, Matthew chapter 6, I think, talks about that. And I used to just be like, oh, I wish I could do that. But the more that you study the Bible, the more you kind of start to learn the themes of chapters that really help you get into places, and you're able more quickly to say, you know, Romans chapter 8 is really helpful for a believer that's struggling with condemnation from the enemy. John chapter 17 is Jesus' high priestly prayer, praying for unity and love for the church. And you start to be able to kind of get a general idea of where you're at in the Bible. And it's really important to do that as you study these verses, zoom out a little bit more. What problem or theme is being addressed here? In Paul's epistles, he's going to, for the most part, be giving, yes, doctrinal, but also logical arguments for practical problems. In the Gospels, they're revealing Jesus Christ through signs, through teaching, through parables. The Psalms are
Mhm.
either emotional responses to um, everyday issues and struggles, or they're worshipful songs